Hi, I'm Shirley Etztimer, and this is Artspace. Today, my guests are the Honorable Josh Cole and Aisha Kelly from our very own Walpole Recreation Department. Welcome.
Thanks, Shirley.
What are you doing here? I mean, what is your purpose?
You called and I said we'd love to do it. That's pretty much how we ended up here.
Actually, to be serious, we're talking about the new catalog.
Oh, we are?
For spring and summer, and yes. Make sure everybody who's watching this to get one of these, because there's an awful lot of good stuff in there.
Sure is, Shirley.
There's so much that I don't know how you would make a choice. Well, first, before we get into individual activities, I'd like to hear about your staff. Whenever I visit, there are always many people laboring away.
Well, we couldn't do
them?
it without them. They're awesome and the backbone of what we do. We've got Aisha that puts together our events and does preschool programs and is heading up a bunch of stuff this summer. And she's really the brains behind the whole operation.
I notice her name is always in the paper. I don't think I ever pick up a copy of the Walpole Times and it didn't say Aisha Kelly said this.
That's true.
And Aisha Kelly. It's impressive.
That's true.
So tell me about the rest of your wonderful staff.
Chad Norton, who puts together WalpoleRec.com and organizes the office and keeps us going and growing. And he's been with us for a number of years and is responsible for a number of summer programs and does many of the youth programs as well. So he puts them together. We've got Lauren Maycumber, who runs many of the preschool programs. Mm-hmm. She's also active with the teen programs, and she's got a summer that she's spending with a program called Little Wreckers, and that was formerly Little Rebels, and we've spun that off into Little Wreckers, and she's just been wonderful. She knows all the kids by name, and it's just great to have her working for the town of Walpole and working for the benefit of our youth and the town in general. So,
a graduate of Walpole Community Television named Luke Dent.
Luke Dent, of course. He's doing many of our podcasts and teaching a class called Blackburn Hall Presents that just had its movie premiere. They just shot a movie called Dummies on the Run.
It can be found on our website, blackburnhall.com.
Yes.
It was great.
You want to repeat that? Make sure people get it.
Most of our podcast and Luke and Lauren's show, Dummies on the Run, the movie, can be found on blackburnhall.com.
Okay, that's easy to remember.
And Aisha attended the premiere, and I wasn't able to be there, but she said it was...
It was wonderful. It was really something. It was top-notch.
And you got some other folks there.
Well, we can't forget Brendan Croak. He's the artist behind this photo on the cover of the spring and summer brochure. He's active putting together blackburnhall.com and making sure that is as usable as possible. He does a number of our computer operations, and he also runs Summer Rec for the summer, so he'll be out there, and he's been in charge of that for a number of years and really does a nice job with it. So.
And you have a very nice gal who answers the phone and makes sure everybody gets connected.
Yep, we've got Sue Charette, who's been there for a number of years, and she takes care of that. And we also have Mary Ellen McGrath, who's working on a little newsletter that we put out called the Walpole Record, and it just features all the good stuff that's going on in town. We try to get out and cover as much as we can, and we'll talk about that later, but we have a number of podcasts that we do for each event as well. So she's involved in that, and it's been good, and hopefully we're featuring a lot of what's going on in town, and people can use that as a resource to find out what's happening. So.
And you have an aquarium?
We do.
And I'm afraid you have had a loss recently with your aquarium?
Well, we did have a loss, and we lost one of our catfish, and that was unfortunate, but we got in and cleaned house after that, and Aisha brought us 2 new fish that the programs can check out. So
we love bringing the kids in there to see the fish, so they're an important part of the office.
Well, this catalog is just absolutely mind-boggling when I sit down and I read it from cover to cover and see what you're offering. A person couldn't open that up and not find something
Well, that's what we hope. We hope we've got something for
interests
everyone.
them. You've really covered the spectrum there. Well, let's talk about, because it's a real big deal, let's talk about Walpole Day. I know it doesn't come until May, but May will come quickly.
Absolutely.
And I want to hear a lot about that.
It's May 19th. The parade starts at noon. Every year that grows. We hope it's much bigger this year. I just got off the phone with a company in Norwood that's going to be doing the parade and having a table, so we're reaching the other communities as well, which is great. And we are, once the parade's done, then all the tables go out onto Stone Field. We have a teen band showcase for musical acts in Walpole. And we have the food court that is supported by the Walpole Chamber of Commerce. We have businesses, school, youth groups, and anyone that wants to be involved in it in any capacity with a sponsorship, a table activity in the parade, or has any questions can just give me a call, and I'll help figure it out. And we may have a surprise coming that will make the day even a little bit better, but I don't think I should roll that out yet.
Keep us guessing.
Yep.
And I might say at this point, with your toddler or your grandmother, there's something going on that day that's of interest.
Yep. There's last year we had 80 tables. I'd love to have over 100 this year. There's kids games, there's rides, there's bouncy houses, there's a rock wall that's donated by one of the businesses, there's yummy food, Lions Club does it, we do some, restaurants in town, the music, there's something for everybody. There's a lot of giveaways, there's a lot of raffles, there's jewelry to buy, so there is something for everybody.
And this is as good a time as any to talk about it. The duck race.
Can't forget about the wacky quacky duck race.
I want to hear the details.
So the Dee Dee the duck, who was our mascot for it, and it is for the recreation department and the Rebel swimming and diving team. And we let off all the rubber duckies, hopefully over 3,000 this year, from Memorial Pond, and they go down the brook, and the first one, whoever wins $1,000.
Oh, my goodness.
And you can buy one duck for $5, or you can buy 6 for $25, so you get a free duck. So it's a great event, and Dee Dee Duck is a character. You'll be seeing her around town at Stop and Shop, at Palumbo's, at the recreation. She'll be at T-Ball. So Dee Dee Duck will be out and about. And
she did one of our better podcasts this year. You should check her out at blackburnhall.com. She's got a...
Yep.
So this is really a big deal.
Oh, Dee Dee is the gal.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about.
There is.
We haven't even touched on Grand Marshal and Business of the Year and Department of the Year.
Since you mention it, let's talk about that now.
I'd love to, but I really think I should.
So every year we pick a Business of the Year, a Department of the Year, and a Person of the Year. And the Grand Marshal this year is Ora McGuire for all her volunteerism, her activism, her getting the town going. The energy she has is just amazing. So we thought, and she's a huge influence at the Recreation Department.
She's been involved in a number of programs. She's got the senior chorus.
She's incredible. Well, yes, not only that, but once a month she writes a wonderful column, always something of interest, and she has obviously done a lot of research. I think it's amazing.
Yep.
What she does, she's put us on the map.
And the Creative Corner, she does weekly.
Yes, let's talk about some of those. I'd like to see more people come to the Creative Corner. What are some of the things that she does?
She does many things, and she's trying to feature as much activity as she can. So she's got other people coming in to help teach things. We had a calendar making class. We had Alan O'Hare come in and talk about storytelling.
The Shanachie, yeah.
Yep. What's this Wednesday?
We had corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage.
For dinner and Irish music. Soon, Stephanie Mercandetti will be teaching them how to make beads and bead jewelry. So it's a little bit for everybody. There's always the stars and who made the stars?
Mary Murphy.
Mary Murphy made this beautiful. Everyone comments on them. They're hanging in Blackburn Hall right now. So that's why Aura, one of the many reasons. And the business of the year is PJ Hayes Incorporated. He is just a business that has community is the core value of his business, and whenever anybody, I've heard it from other people, and we know it through the rec department, if we ask anything, he does it and is very humble about it. And then Department of the Year is the Department of Health, Board of Health, and that was due to the Walpole Coalition for Alcohol and Drug Awareness.
Yes, that was right on my list.
Yep.
Tell us more about that.
They are working very hard, and Josh and I are on the coalition part of it, but it's overseen by Robin and the Board of Health to just make an influence and trying very hard to stop the abuse of alcohol and drugs in Walpole with their youth through education, activities, and enforcement. And they've also done Let's Move Walpole, which was a program to get everybody up and moving and active and healthy. So they've done a lot. Robin's and her department's very busy, so we thought they deserved.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Now I think within the last year, I think at least twice the police chief has come to the selectmen's meeting, and he talks about kids starting drugs and alcohol at age 10.
Yeah, it's scary, and
it's very scary. That's why I have mixed feelings when I watch a selectmen's meeting and somebody's having an event, and they're so anxious to get a liquor permit for the event.
Yep.
Isn't that working at cross purposes?
Well, there's two sides to that. Yeah. There's probably a bunch of sides to that, but there won't be one at Walpole Day.
And the coalition nights are the teen activity nights, and the police are also very involved with that. They send 2 officers out, and they play dodgeball. They play different games with the kids in the gym for each school. So the next one of those is coming around March 30th. So
at Johnson.
At Johnson Middle School.
Yep.
So
now you are involved with Adams Farm.
Yes.
Which is close to my heart. And every Christmas I rent a garden for my neighbor, and she can't wait to get in there. When are they going to open? When are they going to open? She wants to go up there and see how things look. But in what respect are you involved with Adams Farm?
We actually work with the Friends of the Adams Farm Committee to schedule the community garden. So Chad Norton is integral with that, and works with Ralph and the people at the farm to make sure that we know how many spots are available and when they're selling out and that kind of stuff. So
they sell out pretty fast, don't they?
Yeah, I think they've added spots over the past few years just to accommodate people. So
people have by and large have stayed with it.
Yep. We also work with Dorothy O'Shaughnessy. She's done the butterfly garden up there, so we help her get the word out about what's going on up there.
I didn't realize about that.
Yep. She actually she was there for a Creative Corner recently with Aura and explained everything that's happening up at the butterfly garden, how it got started, and what was involved in the whole process, and went through and
I love
checked
fireflies.
Do you? Awesome.
I do in the summer.